Thank you for calling Gerald Subaru Home the Lifetime Warranty. This is Kat. How may I direct your call?
Hi, may I speak with a call and service, please?
Sure, 1 second, please.
Include eyesight driver assist technology as a standard feature. Schedule a test drive today.
Service Department, Chuck speaking. How can I help you?
Hi, Chuck. My name is Lou. I dropped off my WRX there about 2 weeks ago for the pit stop bracket. Now, I did see I had a missed call from you guys. I was wondering if there's any update on my car.
Good, this is Chuck. I left you a message because we're missing the bracket. Did you take the bracket off and the bolts?
No, Gerald Subaru took the bracket off and they put it in my passenger seat, which is where the pit stop bracket is.
Okay. The other store took it off, or we took it off here?
No, Gerald Subaru of North Aurora took off my pit stop bracket, and they put it inside of a plastic bag, and they kept it in my passenger seat. And when I dropped off my car, I kept the exact same part right in the passenger seat, which is where they left it.
Okay, I'll look in the passenger front seat because that's the last part of the puzzle here. I'm hoping to have it wrapped up by tomorrow then.
Okay.
So let me call the bike shop, tell them to look on the passenger side front seat.
Yeah, that's where I left it. Yeah, that's where I left it. That's where I left it when I dropped off, which is exactly where they left it. So, all right, thank you.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. I apologize.
I said that's exactly where I left it, in the passenger seat. So, but okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right,
I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Okay, bye. What is good, guys? It's been a very long time. So obviously I'm still not in my WRX. Gerald Subaru of Naperville is still working on my car with the pit stop bracket that they had to replace by rewelding my firewall and all that stuff. So from what I understand, they called me 2 days ago, and believe it or not, they told me like they couldn't find the pit stop bracket, which they had originally left in my passenger seat, which is where I left it when I dropped off my car. So the service manager is like, yeah, did you take off the pit stop bracket? Because we can't find the bolts for it, we can't find the pit stop bracket. And then I told them, I was like, hey, you know what, you guys, or Gerald Subaru of North Aurora, they took it off, they put it in my passenger seat, and when I dropped off my car, which was 3 weeks ago now, I told them that it was the passenger seat. It was like, okay, well, we'll call the body shop and see if they can find it in the passenger seat. But this was actually 3 days ago now, so they still haven't called me back. And also, I think either they probably lost it somehow, whether they left the doors unlocked and somebody took it, or what, I'm not sure. But I guess that's why I don't have my car back, because originally they said that they would have my car all put back together and everything by the very next day, but that still hasn't happened. So I don't know. But I told them, you know, when I dropped off my car, I said, you know what, you guys take your time. You know, I don't want this thing to be rushed. I mean, they gotta remove the engine, they gotta remove the entire dashboard, they gotta do a whole bunch of stuff that I really wouldn't want them to be rushing their job. So I basically said, take their time. You know, just call me with updates, which so far they've only given me that one update that they couldn't find the pit stop bracket. But like I said, I guess they're kind of getting ready to finish everything up because they said the last missing piece or the puzzle piece was the pit stop bracket. So I don't know if they had to order one or what, but yeah. So another thing is I've been driving the Subaru Impreza, 2019 Subaru Impreza. I've had it for over 3 weeks now, and I've put 969 miles. So that's probably like the longest amount of miles I've ever driven a loaner car. So I almost feel like I can actually review this car, like in terms of like what I like about it and what I don't like about it. So I'll talk a few things about that. So as for the car, I mean, the fuel economy is great. It gets 37 highway, and I think city, I think it was around 33 or 34, somewhere around there. Maybe it'll be a little bit less. Maybe it was 30. But it's really good. I mean, it's a very smooth ride. This one is just a base model, so it basically only has hubcaps, and I'm gonna assume these are 16-inch wheels because they're pretty small. But I'll tell you what, it does make for a very soft ride. Like, I've been in another loaner car. It was a Subaru Outback, and then that one kind of felt floaty. It was also 2019, but when you went over bumps with that, it just felt kind of floaty, like. Whereas like you're kind of going fast and it feels like you're kind of floating, and I didn't really like the feeling. But this one is just pretty smooth and solid, and it's like obviously got a soft suspension, but not like so floaty or anything. So I kind of like that about it. And then as for fuel economy, okay, to fill up this tank from empty to full, this has a 13.2 gallon fuel tank, and to fill up this tank it costs about $27. On my WRX, it's going to cost between $48 and $50 depending on how much gas costs. Now, because this fuel tank is smaller, which is, you know, a little bit over 13 gallons, I do feel like I still put gas just as much as I do in the WRX, just simply because there's a smaller fuel tank. But in terms of everything else, it's pretty simple. I mean, it's a nice basic car. I mean, I wouldn't like want to own one of these, but I think it's pretty nice. Like the interior, nice layout. They finally added Android Auto onto the system here. This is actually got even a smaller screen than the what do you call it? Yeah, it's over here. It's grayed out because I think you need to hook up your phone to USB. But the screen is actually a lot smaller than the Starlink display because I guess this is just a base model. But interior-wise, it looks really clean. You know, nice look, everything black. Some other things I've noticed compared to the WRX is when you do have the air conditioner on, I think they finally improved like that AC clutch kick-in thing where it kicks in and it would be so noisy. This one is really quiet. The engine fan is a lot quieter. The windows go up and down really fast and smoothly. So like a lot of things that they finally improved compared to like my 2015 WRX. And handling, it's decent. You know, it's good enough. It's no, yeah, obviously it's no WRX by any means, but it does feel pretty decent overall. So I guess that pretty much kind of sums up what I think about this car. Now this is the hatchback version. So styling wise, I do think it looks dated. Like it kind of looks like an older Mazda 3, I would say, like the hatchback style Mazda 3. And this one is in like a steel gray exterior color. But the styling does look dated. Like if I saw this car, I would never think it's a 2019. I think that this is like a, you know, earlier model car because of the styling, which I think is a little bit off. But I think that's how Subarus are. So yeah, fuel economy is great. The ride is very smooth and compliant, and overall it's not that bad. And it's got I think 153 horsepower. Off the line, it's pretty jumpy. Like I could just tap the throttle a little bit and you can really feel the torque. And I've obviously driven so many loaner cars, and I've noticed what Subaru engines do is they make really good torque, even if they got like, you know, no turbo to go along with it. But the torque off the line is really good. Now as for the passing power, now that horsepower will only be like 152 or 153. It's not very good, obviously, but off the line it feels pretty snappy. I really have no complaints about that. It's just that if I were to pass somebody, I would definitely need to be at a lower speed, or you know, yeah, be prepared, because it's definitely not a fast car in terms of top end acceleration. And as for the CVT, I do think they kind of adjusted the ratios a little bit. They made it feel more like an automatic. And sometimes when you are a little heavy on the throttle, you can kind of feel it shift, and it does feel like automatic sometimes. And then other times you can definitely feel it with the CVT, and you kind of feel it lug, or kind of like a, not really a drone, but you kind of feel just not right sound that, you know, what a CVT would do. It can be a little, you know, off-putting, I guess you could say. So yeah, I drove they gave me this car with 800 miles, and I now have 1,856 miles. So I definitely drove this a lot. I think by the time I'm done with this, I'll have 1,000 miles, and I've driven this Subaru Impreza. So that's basically what I wanted to do, kind of sum up this car because I spent so much time driving it, and then just talk about my car, which hopefully I'm going to get back soon. And then my plan is to, as soon as I get my car, like before I get it, I'm going to bring my camera with me. I'm going to mount everything. And this is like before I even started. I'm going to kind of like go up, make sure everything looks okay in terms of like, because my car's been gone for a long time. So you got to really check to make sure nothing else was damaged. And I'm going to go for a drive, and I'm just going to record the whole drive home. And obviously I'm going to be at the stock tune because I'm going to run it on the stock tune just to be safe, because who knows, you know, whenever they replace an engine, there could be all kinds of things that could go wrong. One story, there's another YouTuber in my area, his name's Family Cruise, and he drove a Dodge Hellcat, which he replaced. He had to get the engine replaced, and they replaced his engine. And then the same day he got his car back, he went for a drive for 3 miles basically, and then the car caught on fire because I guess they had a loose fuel line. So I basically want to record everything. I want to keep it on the stock tune and make sure everything is okay before I, you know, go back to my regular tune, and then all that stuff. And then I do kind of feel like I'm going to experiment with a different tune now. I'm kind of hearing so much about this fat body tuning, and I think I'm going to give that a try, which would be an E-tune, which you would have to do several revisions. So I think that's my next feature plan. And then from then on, I guess we'll see what the plan is, you know, whether I want to keep my car or if there's something wrong with it, who knows. But I'm just going to figure out, and hopefully everything will be okay. That's what I'm hoping. But I will record when I first get my car back, and then I'll let you know what I hear, or if I hear unusual sounds, or if there's problems. I guess it'll all be documented. So I guess until then, thank you guys for being patient. I did put a lot of my videos on private. I don't know if any of you guys noticed. I did that for a reason, just to ensure that they don't see some of the videos I've had, you know, about E30 and all that stuff. So some of my recent videos I put up, I did put on private just to kind of cover myself. And then once I get my car back, I'll put them back, and then you know, obviously make a video when I do get my actual car back. So I guess until then, thank you guys for watching, and I appreciate your patience, and I guess I've been patient too, because really I haven't been bugged in the dealership. I just waited for their phone call. They finally called me, and I guess whenever I get my car back, there'll be another video. So until then, enjoy your weekend. Happy Friday. I'm going to work now for my school bus driving, and then I'll be off, and a nice long weekend to enjoy. It's been cold. I'm wearing a heavy winter jacket, so those of you who are in the Midwest or anywhere else up north, it's been cold, so stay warm, and I'll see you guys around. Thank you for watching. I appreciate all the support. If you have any questions, feel free to leave me one, and I'll see you guys next time. And then you'll basically see me when I get my car back. So peace out. Sorry for talking so fast. I guess I'm excited. I have a lot to say, and I wanted to get it all out. Sometimes I just kind of put it out a little bit too fast, so I apologize for that. See you guys next time. Peace out. Close out the video. I just wanted to show you the exterior styling of the 2019 Subaru Impreza. So pretty kind of a blah look, nothing really too fancy. But the color's nice. It's kind of like a steel gray. But as you can see, hubcaps, that's just terrible on a loaner car. So you can tell it's definitely like a base model. So yeah, just wanted to get a quick little look, and then I got the window sticker inside just for anybody who is in the market for Impreza, just to show you the total price here for this option down. Well, base model basically is $22,000. So that's about it. Just thought I'd show that before I close out the video. So, and here's the interior. A little bit more, a few more shots. Of course, it's a hatchback. So, anyways, guys, I'll see you guys around, and hopefully when I get my car back, I'll have that video for you guys soon. So peace out. Thanks for watching.